everybody. So I'm going to do a 2-month lock update, just to kind of let you guys know where I'm at with my locks. As you can see, this is actually the first month that since I'm only 2 months in, it's the first time that I did an actual style in my hair. Of course, I did it myself. When I do my retwist, I don't do them so tight, but I actually did pretty good this time, and I'm just getting better as the time goes. But I just kind of wanted to let you guys know, because of course on this journey, everybody else's situation is different, but it sometimes helps. So I just wanted to, come on here and let you guys know. So maybe in the future it will help someone else. So let me quickly talk about month 1 when I started my locks. So I started my locks on February 11th. It was about 2 weeks after my dad passed, and I just told myself, life is short, do what you want to do and just go for it. Because last year in March I wanted to start my locks, but I chickened out, and so I ended up just cutting my hair, and I was like, oh, hair is gonna grow back, which it did. But if you can see here, it's uneven because that's how I cut my hair last year. So this side was shorter, like literally kind of an inch from the scalp, so it has actually grown. But this side was longer, so you can kind of see that in how it looks now. But of course it's all good. So month 1, in my opinion, for myself, it was just a month of trying to learn how to just leave my hair alone, because I was already natural prior to that. Like, I was a loose natural. My hair was extremely curly. I'll see if I can post a picture. But it was like very tight curls and very defined when you put water and Eco Styler gel on it. So month 1 is always important, because that's the month my whole routine just changed. So I didn't wash my hair weekly like I was used to doing. So it literally sat there, and I could see before my eyes my hair growing. And you don't notice it until you are going through your lock phase, that your hair does grow a lot. It's just that you probably don't see it because you're constantly manipulating your hair, brushing, combing, and then it's falling out. So of course we know the hair that would normally fall out is going to be trapped in the lock. So that's that. But month 1 was really just a month of experimentation, and I was doing too much because I was really looking at other people's journey, what worked for them, and trying to apply it to my hair. And I kind of learned not to do that in month 2, which I'll get to in a second. But it really set the foundation on month 1 for my first retwist. So I did my first retwist on March 11th, I think 7th or 11th, one of those. And it took me about 5 or 6 hours. That's a long time, because I really didn't know what I was doing. I was basing it off of seeing a lot of videos. And so it did not last. It lasted maybe about a week before it started to unravel again. And so I was like, okay, next month will be different. So going into month 2, I'm not officially at month 2. I'll be month 2 on April 11th. So yeah, I still have a week left. But month 2, I was like, you know what? I can't be using all these oils in my hair. I have to do what works for me, because in month 1, I was literally putting oil in my hair once every other day. That was too much, but of course I didn't know. So I was just literally just putting what I thought would work and what would, was best. I did spray my hair with water daily as well, which I still kind of do that because I'm just used to doing it and it just feels right for me. So that's what I'm going with. But as far as oiling my hair for month 2, I actually just do that maybe once a week, if that, or as needed. Of course, I do not want my hair to dry out, but I also don't want to put too much oils and clogging up my pores, and then it starts itching, which I'm going to show you the products that I've been using, which I feel have been working for me. But definitely, month 2 was just kind of like my month of like, okay, like I see what they're doing, and you're able to see the different stages. So it went from being very skinny 2-strand twist. I started with 2-strand twist, by the way, which I'm sure you could see. But it started with 2-strand twist. Then it turned into like a frizzy whatever it was, because in month one I used a lot of headbands, but I also still kept it like just down. So month two is the first month that I actually did a style, and it's still frizzy, but I've trying to prolong my retwist this time around, and it actually was a lot easier for me to retwist my hair at month two, because it was already kind of formed. So I was already starting to bud, like my hair was starting to bud close to the root. So when I washed my hair and retwisted it, it was just easy for me to just like take it down and then twist it, put the clip on. I use what's that thing called? It's like a dryer. I don't have none of this written down, so I am jumping around, y'all, so I'm sorry, try to catch me. But I use like a hair dryer that I bought off of Amazon. It's like the one that you put over your head, but it connects to your dryer. So I sat under that for 45 minutes. Next time I'll try to do a little bit longer, but before I do, I actually spritz my hair with like a heat protectant, just so that way it doesn't fry my hair. But month two, I kind of feel like I'm getting in the groove of learning more about what works for my hair, and also seeing, you know, the process is starting to like lock up. Like I actually have a lot of budding, as you can see here. Let me see, baby. So that's one. I have them like throughout my hair, and I'm already, you know, seeing some of the cylinders and things like that, how it's gonna actually form. So I'm super excited to see how month three is going to be. I'm gonna try and wait 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks this time around. I'm probably gonna take this down in the next 2 weeks, so give or take, or even try to keep it in the whole time, but I'm not sure yet. But it's been working for me in the morning because I'm literally stay out of my hair. That's the biggest thing, is trying to stay out of my hair, because I just love the feel of it. I love, you know, shaking it all the time, and I'll be doing that randomly. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that. So yeah, so month two is looking good. I do see a lot more frizz like at the bottom, but I'm starting to see it, you know, form, and that's something that I've been wanting to do, or wanting to see, I should say, the whole time. So yeah, and I don't really care too much about slicked edges because they're locks, so your hair is extremely in its natural state, so I really don't care about them. But if you know wanted to, you could do that. And I actually found a gray hair, so you know, I didn't notice that when I was loose natural. But let me quickly talk about the products that I've been using in month two, and some of them I used in month one. As far as oils are concerned, I use this one a lot. It's the, I think it's Mielle, I think that's her name, I don't know. Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil infused with biotin and encourages growth. So I use this one. I mostly just directly put it on the front part, but I kind of just, you know, drop it in different areas and then just try to like do it like that. I haven't used this. I think I used it last week when I did my retwist, but not too much. And I really don't like putting a lot of oil on the actual like hair part, the lock itself. But I do put like just a little small amount if it's already on my hands. But this is my number one that I've been using. Of course, I've read some horror stories that it takes people's hair out, but I kind of feel like maybe they might be allergic to it, or they could be using too much. So definitely I would probably refrain from using too much, or at least try it a little bit before using it more often. But I have used this one. I also bought some of this tea tree oil because my hair was itching, so I was like, let me try that. And also it's good for fungus fighting, and I feel like if your hair is locked and you're putting water in it, of course it could turn into mold, and you don't really want that. And again, I'm just a beginner, I'm not a loctician or anything. I'm always DIY, do it yourself type of person. So starting my locks, gonna maintain my locks. The only time I will probably go to a loctician is if I'm doing something special and I want them to handle my hair. That's pretty much it. Also, I got some of this, the black castor oil. And of course, I don't really use these by themselves. I usually mix it with spring water, and I've been hearing a lot about distilled water, so I'm gonna research that. I definitely don't really use tap water. Just because all the chemicals and stuff they put in it, I don't think that's really good for your hair. But of course, I wash it still with that. But once a month washing as opposed to daily spraying with that type of water is better in my opinion. I also use this. This is the one I've heard a lot about, and I actually do love it. I've also heard some horror stories about this drying people's hair out. One thing is, I think they're probably just using the rose water one, but I use rose water and glycerin. Now you could probably, well, not probably, you can make this yourself. I just don't have the time or the patience for it. But another thing too, the only thing I don't like about this is the rose smell. I don't really like the smell of roses or flowers of that matter. And did I say that right? Yeah. So that's the only thing is a downside to me about this. But what I do is I mix like one part of this with 2 parts of the spring water. And then I use that as a spray, and it actually, makes my locks very soft. Like, especially you can feel it right here. And I do think I got some lint in here, or there's some type of buildup. But yeah, my hair feels soft. And I usually do this once a day, and I'm gonna show you my bottles that I have and what I have in there currently. But definitely this is gonna be my go-to. Glycerin is good, but I'm not sure long term, like if it's gonna like, cause buildup. But this is my number one go-to. And then more recently, I bought this one. I heard some good things about this too, and it actually saved me last night because my scalp was really, really itchy. And I think it's because there was still a little bit of shampoo residue when I got out the shower on Friday when I retwisted, and I tried my best to like take it out, but that's my bad. That was a user error. But this is really good. Like the itch went away. I just basically rubbed it in. So yeah, definitely have this on standby if you can. This is like a heaven sent in my opinion. So definitely got that. So, oh yeah, before I move on, this is what I use when I actually put my locks under the dryer. So I've used it one time only. I bought it for the second retwist. And the reason I do that is because I don't want my hair to fry while it's being dried, because it's not, I have it on the lowest setting, but it's still hot. So definitely I sprayed this on my head before I put on my little bonnet and attach it to the blow dryer and let my twist dry in the once I retwist it. And of course I use these little clips, just regular little clips when I do my retwist. So I have one more color, but I bought all 3. It's a pack of 6 on Amazon, and I use most of them. So this one right here has the rose water and spring water mix. So the rose water with glycerin and the spring water mix. This is the one I use a lot. I just spray, all over my hair, and then I just like go like that, pat it down, going about my business. This one has the oil factory. Now there's another one that I don't have up here, but it's mixed with a lot of different oils and water, spring water. So I haven't used this one in a minute. Just like I said, I don't want to put too much oil on my hair. Maybe Friday I'll see where it's at, because I don't want my hair to get dry, because I'm in a group and a girl's hair got dry and she said one of her locks already broke off. I'm not sure if there's something else going on with her, but I definitely don't want that to be me. So I'll probably use this or remake another one using a different type of oil. And then this one's just plain spring water. So for those times when I just don't want anything other than water in my hair, I'll use this. So like I said, month 1 was my, getting to know myself with my locks and, seeing how things are. See, because that light looks like it looked like there was something there. Seeing how they look, letting them form, let them do their thing. This month is all about actually seeing how it's gonna progress moving forward. And I absolutely love locks. I wish I would have started sooner, because it just feels like me. So I know I rushed through that. I was trying to hurry up and get it done while I had the chance. So I thank you guys for watching. Anybody that this finds, I do respond to questions. I do have another channel, Cali Cap Energy 88. That's my spiritual channel where I do readings for Capricorn. Excuse me. I also have a website if anyone's interested. and getting a personal reading. I got something in my throat. Basically saying be quiet, right? So I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later in month 3.